bit of a commentary drive on pull push steering. The camera I've got just behind me, above me, it's just given me a wonderful little shot of the wheel itself. It may have a little bit of my head in it as well, which will help because it'll show you also, in addition to some steering, the observations that I'm doing, preferably before I put an indicator on. Because if I upload the forward camera, you might see the timing of that indicator as well, because you can see my left-hand ratio from there. Well, primarily it's about the pull push. As I've mentioned previously, if you can get a high level of quality with this technique, it has a kind of multiplier effect with other things. This little change of lane here, it's just not so much a steer more than it is a little drop of the left wrist. Busy day today. Look at this car behind's quite close. I'm going to just move over a little bit to the right to help him. Trying to get that car to stop before I apply the handbrake. Brake then neutral. This vehicle in front, it's not a large vehicle, but it's large enough for me to want to just give myself a little bit a little bit of a bigger space than I normally would do, on the grounds that if I did get hit from behind with my handbrake on, it would then give me a better chance to stop before I actually got to that vehicle, and it would lessen the impact. Not sure about what this vehicle's doing here. Not an ideal situation. It's difficult because he's obviously going to go left. I'm not, so I'm going to stay in this lane. I'm expecting cars to come in lane 3 to lane 2 and lane 1 to lane 2. This BMW to my right, I'm going to keep an eye on that. It's got temporary lights at the moment. So again, it's not a car in front, there's a truck behind me, so I'm just going to slow a little bit early and a little bit softer. And just give myself that space from the vehicle in front. I could go right. I think actually I'm going to go right here because of where I'm going later. Expecting cars here from lane 2 to move out late for lane 3, so I am going to give a gap here. So pull push, what I find is that I work with it with pupils, or a lot of instructors try working with it and they don't persevere with it enough, so the pupil drops it and then they go back to crossing the hands, and it's kind of become universally acceptable to do it. Now, there's no fault with it per se. You've got control of the wheel. I just think, and it's not about being a purist, it's just that there's bigger benefits from it. If we get the opportunity here, I'll go into them. So for example, both my hands are in sort of a, not 10 to 2, but like a quarter to 3 more than anything. Not expecting to go through the lights here, so I'm just going to feather this gas. I'll pop a signal on now. bit more handbrake here. So yeah, I find that pupils who do, or friends or family who have tried it, they, because the speed of the car's slow when they're learning to drive, and even when they've passed, I tend to find that they do it a little bit. They get confident with the car. They tend to then increase the speed of the car, and then they'll get to a junction, and there's a moment in time where the footwork's getting better because of the experience and time they've had in the car. The confidence increases. They're starting at this point to, in a lot of cases, not carry out sufficient observations and timing of indicators. And therefore you get to a situation where they can do a junction a little bit quicker, and they find that if the quality of the pull push isn't good enough, that they will then if they're doing a right hand turn, they'll bring the right hand up and they'll sweep it over with the left hand, and that is then kind of the beginning of the end. I'm going to go in this lane here because it's busy here, and a lot of cars are using lane 2, temporary lights up there on the hill. So I'm going to cancel my signal here. Don't need it anymore. Don't want people being misled that I'm going round the roundabout. I'll be in lane 2 of the next set of lights. I'm just going to have a quick look to my left because there's a gap. Everybody's having to work this problem out here. Now if I can move over to lane 1 here, I will. At the moment I can't, so I'm not. I can just about, but I'm going to do it now safely. So I am actually doing a lane change here, and it's being done safely. I'm just going to hang off this vehicle in front, just in case he's going straight ahead. I don't see any benefit of going alongside this vehicle. This vehicle here is probably going to come across. She's a concern for me because she's quite close to me. She's gone alongside of me. She's not an ideal situation on a roundabout. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of gas to see if I can send a message that I want to get in front of it. I'm going to use all of this slip road here. I'm going to lean forward now to get a better view. Looking over the wheel, and it doubles the view in the today. This van's coming around me now, and because I've got a gap here, I've got a hint that he might come into this gap here. Turn left. Centre mirror before we bring my left hand up here, sweeping it round. I'm holding with my right. I want to get as far forward as I can here to get the view past this vehicle.